This is Bill Render Connect with WKTV Sports Journal, and I'm with Michael and Emma and Grace Langlois. They're a riding family. I'm going to start with Michael because he has an interesting story about how he got started.
Sure. I actually got the girls riding and, watched them for a few years and couldn't sit in the bleachers any longer, so I got my own horse, and I've been riding for 4 years now, 5 years, 4 or 5 years now.
So what kind of a breed of horse do you have, and what do you like about it?
I have a thoroughbred quarter horse cross. I love the thoroughbred because she likes to run. And like I said, everybody likes a big quarter horse, so that's what I like about it.
That's awesome. So what kind of events are you competing in, Michael?
Anything with a timer. If it doesn't have a timer, we don't do it. So, timer's not biased. It never lies. That's why we like it. We do speed. We do a team penning up in Coopersville on Friday nights, which is chasing cows around with the same horses, and we just enjoy spending time together as a family. And the lady who's not here that holds us all together is my wife. She takes care of all the entry fees and signing us up and keeping us pointed in the right direction.
That's pretty awesome. Could you explain the penning competition?
The penning's pretty fun. There's 30 cattle in an arena just like this one, and there's an imaginary line, and there's 3 sets of 10 out there. So they call a number, and if it's number 3, you go get the 3 number 3s, and you chase them down to this end of the arena and put them in a pen. But the trick of that game is you can't bring anything more than a 3. So if you bring a 4 or a 5 or a 1 or a 2 with you, it's over. So it's pretty fun.
So there's a little bit of cutting involved, a little bit of herding involved.
Oh yeah.
And
a lot of communication.
A lot of communication.
Okay. A lot of speed, just like we did today, or whatever. And the part that I like about that game is the 3 of us get to ride all at the same time. So I get to enjoy my kids out there for a couple more years at least.
That's pretty cool. Speaking of a couple more years, I'm guessing that Grace is the elder. So let's go with Grace. How long have you been riding, and what's your favorite, what's your highlight of riding in these speed races, et cetera, with your dad and sister?
So I've been riding, I don't know, since I was younger, but I really started competing probably like 7 years ago,
Sure.
Something like that. And then I really like doing it with them. We kind of coach each other as we're running, and then when we get out, we kind of give each other advice on our runs. And then once they finally tell us the placings, the competitiveness of it is really enjoyable about it.
That's pretty cool. So what grade are you in, and how do you see your future with horses?
So I'm a senior this year. I'm going to go to vet school is the plan. I would like to hopefully learn some stuff in vet school to bring it home when we still have horses, hopefully figure out new things to keep them as healthy and as happy as possible.
That's awfully cool. You clearly love the animals. Emma, how many horses are in your family?
Oh, too many. But
Okay, that's the end of this interview.
so we have
Lots of money, I'm sure. But at any rate, let's get back to you, Emma. Tell me about your horses in your family.
we have 6 horses. We have actually a pony, but we do a lot of lessons with her. I used to have an old horse, and then she got hurt, so I do lessons with her too. And then we all have a horse, so we have 3. Gracie has 2 and then 1 she's training to sell. We've always gone out if we're an afternoon that we're free. We go out and ride, and it's just fun. So.
That's awesome. I grew up with Arabian Mustangs, and so I know about the pleasure riding part of it. I was never in competition, so tell me about the thrill of competition from Emma's perspective.
So, I personally am not in love with the nervousness that I get, but I always like after having a good run that you get your family to say good job, and just after running it, it's always nice to hear that. So.
That's an awesome family sport. Are you guys in public school, homeschool? How does this play out for you educationally?
Public school. We go to Hopkins. We are part of equestrian team, so basically that is like it's got speed stuff, it's got all the pleasure stuff, and then jumping, kind of across the board. So we actually take our horses and we go and do the pleasure stuff with them too. It is hard sometimes juggling that, but at the end of the day, sometimes when I'm sitting in school, I'm like looking forward to getting home just to go and ride the horses.
I know there's nothing like it. Any parting comments? Anything you would tell any other kids who are thinking about riding? How would you encourage them, Michael?
Well, I would first like to encourage the parents to get out there and be a part of this sport, because I see a lot of parents that, spend a lot of money every month, and, it's so much more gratifying sitting at the gate with those kids, talking a little strategy before you go in there. And of course, if I encourage everybody, try it, get it. Don't be scared. We all make mistakes out there. That's part of horsing every day. Get out there, try it. I mean, this is a great community of people to help you get better at the sport. So
That's awesome. One more for you, Grace. How would you encourage a young person to get on a horse? They've never been on a horse before. Tell them what gives them some encouragement.
So I would just say that horses they're very understanding animals. They definitely teach you patience. And I would just tell them, as long as you're fair with the horse will be fair to you. Just staying calm, knowing that, as long as you're on a stable horse, it's all going to be okay. Just taking it slow and steady.
Would you agree with me, Emma, that horses teach you a lot about yourself? Tell me about lessons you've learned.
I have been humbled a lot just because. So I got on my one horse and we actually did really good, and then my new horse I had to work a lot harder to get to where I am today, and just patience, a lot of patience, and taking my time and being able to give her a little bit of grace and just working as a team together. So
That's really awesome. Here we have another wonderful horse family getting along with their horses and having fun at competitions.